Welcome students. Today in this video we are going to learn the SN1 reaction, their kinetics and mechanism. So consider the hydrolysis of tertiary butyl bromide by aqueous base, that is NaOH, to yield tertiary butyl alcohol. So this is the reaction. This is tertiary butyl bromide on reaction with NaOH. So this forms tertiary butyl alcohol. So here Br minus is replaced by OH minus. So Br minus is leaving group and OH minus is nucleophile. So the kinetics of the reaction shows that rate is directly proportional to the concentration of tertiary butyl bromide only and not on the concentration of nucleophile. So therefore rate is equal to K1 into concentration of tertiary butyl bromide. So K1 here is the first order rate constant. So in SN1 reaction or SN1 reactions are depends only on the concentration of substrate and not on the concentration of nucleophile. Proposed mechanism. So this is the mechanism of SN1 reaction. So you can see that tertiary butyl bromide and the carbon atom is sp3 hybridized. So first there is a departure of leaving group. So leaving group goes with its bonding electron pair and form carbocation as an intermediate. This is first step of the reaction, which is slow step, or we can say that this is rate determining step, and carbocation is sp2 hybridized, and then nucleophile can attack to this carbocation from both sides equally and form these two products, that is tertiary butyl alcohol. So since the slow step consists of only tertiary butyl bromide and nucleophile attacks in the fast step. So in the slow step, the CBr bond might be breaking to form carbocation. So as it is a bond breaking step, energy requirement would be high and hence it should be the slow step. Then once the carbocation is formed, the nucleophile OH minus will attack it, and this is the only bond formation step and should be fast one. Now the energy profile diagram. So this is energy profile diagram of SN1 reaction. So here reactant is present. Now this reaction undergoes ionization and then form carbocation as intermediate, which is stable one. So energy goes decreasing, and then nucleophile attack to this carbocation from both sides, and then this transition state is collapses into the product. So these are reaction coordinate and potential energy. Now the next point is the stereochemistry of SN1 reaction. So in SN1 reaction, racemization occurs. So as we know that the carbocation is planar and having 120-degree angle, nucleophile can either attack from back side or from front side. So as the carbocation is planar, the attack of nucleophile can occur on both sides. If nucleophile attacks from the back side, there should be inversion, and if it is attacked from front side, then there should be a retention in configuration. If we start with optically active substrate, the products obtained due to backside attack and front side attack would be enantiomers of each other. So remember, so when backside attack and front side attack take place, they gives enantiomers of each other. However, 100% racemization is rarely observed. So most of the SN1 reactions occurs with varying degrees of inversion. So if there is a chance, 50% chance of nucleophile to attack from backside and 50% chance of nucleophile to attack from front side, so this gives rise to 50% backside product and 50% front side product. So these two are enantiomers of each other, and then 50 plus 50 will get racemic mixture. So there should be 100% racemization, but however 100% racemization is rarely observed, and most of the SN1 reactions occurs with varying degree of inversion. So here you can see the example. R1-phenylethyl chloride on hydrolysis with aqueous NaOH gives 75% S1-phenylethyl alcohol, which is inversion product, and only 25% R1-phenylethyl alcohol, which is retention product. So this is the mechanism of the reaction. This is R1-phenylethyl chloride. So in first step, departure of leaving group take place, formation of carbocation is there, and then nucleophile attack either from front side or from back side. So here you will get, if it is attacked from front side, you will get the 25% retention product is obtained, and if it is attacked from back side, so only 75% inversion in product obtained. So these are the products, R1-phenylethyl alcohol and S1-phenylethyl alcohol. This is retention product and this is inversion product. So this leads to overall 50% racemization. That is, out of every 100 molecules of product, 75 are formed with inversion of configuration and 25% with retention. So the 25 molecules retained configuration cancels the rotation of 25 molecules with inverted configuration. So leaving an excess of 50% molecule of inverted configuration to provide the observed optical rotation of 50% of the maximum value. That means 25 molecules cancels the 25 molecule to form racemic mixture, and here you can see that 50% inverted product is remaining. So it is found that all SN1 reactions end up with high proportion of inversion than retention, and high degree of inversion indicates that even though the intermediate carbocation is planar, the chances of backside attack of the nucleophile are more than the front side attack. So this attributed to the two factors. First is the stability of carbocation and second is the nucleophilicity of the solvent. So we will see one by one. So first is the stability of carbocation. If the carbocation is extremely stable, it is formed quickly and exists for longer time. It can be attacked by nucleophile on its either side with equal probabilities, and therefore the reaction has high proportion of racemization. And if the stability of carbocation is less, the leaving group remains in its close vicinity even after dissociation, and this prevents the front side attack and favors the back side attack of the nucleophile. So this case leading with high degree of inversion. Then second factor is nucleophilicity of the solvent. So the energy required for the formation of carbocation is provided by the solvent molecules through solvation process, and this might be taking place in the following stages. So these are the stages. Stage 1, this is molecule. Stage 2 is solvent molecule is surrounded to this intimate ion pair. Then solvent separated ion pairs, this is third case, and fourth case is complete separated solvated ions. So the observations are, initially the solvent molecules surround both the ions and leading to the formation of intimate ion pair. Then it is converted into solvent separated ion pair. Finally, these ions are completely separated from one another and solvated ions are obtained. So if you see in the stage B, front side attack is still blocked by the leaving group, and the back side attack by the nucleophile or solvent itself on R+ will lead to the inversion. Then in stage C, the solvent can attack this carbocation on both sides, but still the nucleophile attack from the back side only, because from front side Br- is present. And in stage D, the R+ can equally attack by the nucleophile from front side as well as from back side. So in this way, theoretically, predicted 100% racemization is not observed in SN1 reaction, because this BC can show that nucleophile attack from backside, or percentage of attack of nucleophile from backside is more. That is, percentage of inversion in configuration is more in case of SN1 reaction. Next point is SNI mechanism, that is substitution nucleophilic internal. Mostly of these reaction proceeds with retention in configuration. Generally, the reagent used is thionyl chloride, that is SOCl2, for the substitution. Very common example of this reaction is the conversion of alcohol to alkyl chlorides by the use of thionyl chloride. The reaction is carried out in anhydrous condition. This reaction involves the formation of intimate ion pair. And when the same reaction is carried out in presence of pyridine, this results in inversion in configuration. So this is the general reaction of SNI mechanism. So generally alcohols on reaction with thionyl chloride gives alkyl chlorides with the liberation of sulfur dioxide and HCl. So ethyl alcohol on reaction with thionyl chloride gives ethyl chloride as product. So here is the mechanism. So S-alpha phenylethanol reacts with thionyl chloride to give S-alpha chloroethyl benzene as a product. So this is general reaction. This is S-alpha phenylethanol on reaction with thionyl chloride gives S-alpha chloroethyl benzene. So here you can see the configuration of reactant is S and product is also S. So this is the mechanism of SNI reaction. So first, this OH attacks on the thionyl sulfur of thionyl chloride and form alkyl chlorosulfite. Then this slowly undergoes dissociation of CO bond and form intimate ion pair. And then this undergoes the liberation of sulfur dioxide, and this chlorine atom attacks from the same side to this carbocation and form S-alpha chloroethyl benzene. So due to intimate ion pair, this chlorine atom attacks from the same side. So therefore, there is a retention in configuration observed in the product. So this gives S-alpha chloroethyl benzene as a product. This is SNI mechanism, that is substitution nucleophilic internal, where retention in configuration take place. Thank you.